Do not adjust your radio dial. You are tuned in to the Mark Order Podcast. Join the Mark Order.
Well, hello. It is Saturday night, so we all know that it's the night that you and we collide. I'm not going to ever end that joke. Me, Ryan of the Mark Order Podcast, joined, as always, by my co-host, Asian Joe. How you doing, Joe?
Doing well, Ron. How are you?
Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Enjoying your Saturday?
Yeah, I got my jelly beans ahead of Easter here, so that's really, Easter candy is what I'm all about.
No, I like chocolate more than jelly beans.
Oh, okay. I'm not a big chocolate person.
I just eat so much of it.
How's your weekend?
Not bad. Not kind of quiet, and I like that. You know, I prefer a quiet weekend over a very exciting one, I guess. I'm old.
Because I think really excitable weekends.
Very excitable. Woohoo!
Big weekend coming up, to tell you. WrestleMania across the river, and all the wrestling shows, and Supercard of Honor, and
yeah, all those shows I'm gonna go to. All those shows. Man. We'll do Supercard. That'll be about it.
I'm going to
and the Magic Show.
Oh, I'm going to a Fall Out Boy concert next week.
Sugar, we're going down swinging. Did you watch Rampage last night?
I watched it this morning, as usual.
Or today, whatever.
I did. Went back and watched it. It was nice to have 2 women's matches on Rampage.
Yeah, it was actually kind of a shock.
Trying to think what anything else that really stood out to me.
You had Dustin Rhodes versus the Butcher. It was okay. I mean, I don't really understand what was going on, why that came out of nowhere.
Well, I know that they're trying to play like the whole bunkhouse brawl tag match from years ago, but like it seemed like a stretch. But
But also just why that route. Like, I'm not complaining that we're having secondary stories on Rampage. Like, I think that's a great thing, actually.
Sure.
But I just, we're just kind of popped up out of nowhere. But I'm okay with like what I mean by that is I haven't seen Dustin have a lot of matches or the Butcher have a lot of matches and then build into this. They both kind of were just like, oh, here you are.
Did you get a sense? I assume you watched it, right? Obviously.
Yes.
So did you get a sense that they could turn, like, I feel like they could turn Peraza like heel?
There's definitely something there. I don't know. I really don't, because you figure, I think a lot of it's going to depend on what ends up happening with Mercedes. Does she stay face or does she turn heel? Does Stat go heel? Stat or Willow, but I'm going to lean Stat. And then finally, if Baker comes back, and when Britt comes back, she has to be face because she's returning from an injury. You almost are always face. It's really tough to be heel because people are just very excited to see you.
So you're trying to do the math in your head of like how many heels were faces. That's probably big names, and
yeah, exactly. But
you'll have to do something with
right
Tony.
now. There's Tony and there's Julia. So Deanna would fit and Serena. But Deanna would be like that. But if we're going faces, you have Deanna, Mercedes, Willow, Statlander. They're your big 4 of like. So yeah, there is kind of an imbalance. Of course, there's a lot of secondary players like Sky Blue, Anna Jay, again, Serena Deeb. Oh, Thunder Rosa. We don't know if she's going heel or face. It seems to be leading heel. I think she's more likely to go heel than Deanna, but we'll see. I mean, I think Deanna was heel for part of her TNA run. She was excellent at it. So
I wouldn't mind Deanna being kind of that twinger like Danielson is. depending on who, the feuds and the matchups depends on, if they're a little heelish or not.
Yeah. It's interesting to see. They've the good thing is they have options. It's no longer whatchamacallit.
How'd you feel about the Roddy and Daddy Magic and kind of them building up the tag tournament? Or
Actually, I
using
mean, yeah, they were kind of used. I liked the match. Uh, I thought it was a fun match. I think Matt Menard's been doing great work on commentary, so why not give him a reward? Um, give him a reward for doing that with the match. Obviously, he was never going to win, but yeah, I enjoyed it and set up more of the tag, and I like that they're treating the tag division with a little bit of care, and they're taking it seriously. And Big G in the chat asking if isn't Thunder Rosa supposed to join LFI? That was my comment. That was others' comments because she did the hand thing, which is very much an LFI move at the moment. Doesn't mean she's going to. Could just be a really odd coincidence. She would fit obviously with the whole motif, but I would like it. We don't have enough besides House of Black. You don't really have a lot of now that Statlander isn't really associated with best friends. You don't have a lot of um woman and men crossover in stables, and I love that. I think it adds a layer. Scott saying Willow's winning title from Julia Hart to set up Mercedes down the road. That seems to be the likely case. There's a story there. It'd be a fun first match for Mercedes. First feud for Mercedes. That could also still aid Statlander turning heel because Statlander could be very mad that Willow won it. Could be very mad about the whole thing. So there's still a lot. I mean, they may never turn Statlander here. They may have changed their mind. It just for a while it felt like that's where they were going. That Statlander was going to be the heel.
Yeah, I could see the Willow and Mercedes match at Double or Nothing.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. So it doesn't look like Mercedes is going to wrestle at Dynasty. A lot of people are being like, they need her to wrestle. And all. I wonder if she can. I haven't heard anything, so I'm not reporting anything. It's just when someone's coming off injury.
But you're going to have to, because otherwise, now that we have the rankings back, she has to get into the rankings.
Oh yeah, she's going to have to wrestle, but I'm wondering if Dynasty might still be too early.
Yeah, I don't think she can wrestle at Dynasty.
Yeah, they may be trying to set her up for after, but they brought her in early to juice things up. There's another reason you bring her in early is because you get through all of this stuff that you're kind of going through now, which is, hey, I'm happy, you're happy, I'm here, I'm happy, I'm here. Let all of us be happy together. You kind of get through that now, so that when she actually starts wrestling, it's more of your traditional wrestling feud type deal where you're building in something other than I'm happy and she's happy and we're all just one big happy family. Hello, Mike Peterson. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see because there's a lot of stories and I'm very much enjoying it.
You said happy a lot.
Did I?
You did. You said so much that I had to. I don't know if you watched Scrubs. You didn't watch that show.
Oh, I love Scrubs, but I don't know what you're referring to.
Toward the end of the run, the Gooch was singing her songs with Ted on her little ukulele, and she had a song about "I am happy, we are happy, or let's be happy together." You'll have to YouTube it.
I'm trying to remember. I know who the Gooch is. I'm just trying to remember that. Well, sorry, Jesse. I hope you get happy. Jesse had a rough day. Now, do I say it a lot, or did I just say it a lot in that one sentence?
Just in that sentence.
Okay. I was gonna say I didn't think it was one of my go-to words, but it happens. Ooh, we're opening up Collision with the Copen Challenge, which was a joke Tony made on made on Twitter when someone told him to cope. Thomas Gibbons appreciating that I made a yarn super chat joke and it got just torn apart. It just unraveled, which is a great pun, by the way, because of autocorrect, and it did. It it just fell apart. He's got a microphone.
Who is going to come out and challenge Copeland? What do you think, guys? Any predictions here?
Scott has Kill Switchosaurus.
Too soon for that, I think. I don't think it's going to be anyone from the patriarchy.
Yeah, that seems like it'd be.
It's going to be some kind of, I feel like, a mid-card guy. I'm trying to think who would be a good one to pull out here.
It's me.
You?
Me.
You're going to be at 2 places at once? That's impressive, Rick Rude.
It happened. Hey, last night, the woman who wrestled Deanna Rose was also wrestling at Love Pro Wrestling. Now, some may say it's because Rampage is taped on Wednesday, but I'm just going to say she was at 2 places at once. See, that's what I do. See, I know he calls it the Cope Open, but they really should just call it the Copen.
You would think.
Title's on the line in the Copen.
I'm still trying to think of who I want to come out here. Trying to think of a younger wrestler. As he seems to have had some matches with the younger guys lately.
Yeah, I wonder who it's gonna. Young guys like Minoru Suzuki.
Mm-hmm.
Which music is this? Oh my god! Not who I expected.
Damn it, you're ahead of me. You're way ahead of me. Jesus.
Sorry if I ruined it.
You're so far ahead of me. I need to refresh my.
Did you at least see who it is?
I'm not even there yet. It's freaking so slow.
Oh my god! We can't wait this long. It's Matt Cardona. Always not what I expected.
That's amazing. Edgehead. Love it.
Cody Rhodes signed a new contract with WWE.
He did.
He probably got a bag. I think he got paid big when it was yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He got paid big when he went over to begin with. I bet you he got paid even more now. What event did he storm out of, Scott? Oh, that is a great call, Big G. Former Edgehead. I forgot the relationship.
You forgot the relationship? Come on, man.
It's been a while. I wasn't really watching during that era, so it was like I'm good from like 95 through about 2000, 2001. And then I picked back up in the teens. Now I've gone back and watched a lot of stuff just to so I'm not completely out of the loop. But that's where my
wild of how far these two people's careers have gone since that day.
Yeah. What happened in I don't know anything that happened in Indy, Scott, so I really can't even comment on it. I'm not trying to blow it off. You were reporting news to me.
I don't know. Matt Cardona is the indie god.
Yeah, but I think he means in Indy. I don't know. Interesting. This is not what I predicted, though.
No. Not at all. I really thought it'd be someone on the roster.
Me too. He's a collider. He ain't gonna give up. Stop. He gonna work harder. He is so tan.
He is unnaturally tan.
Yes, I'm not saying it's real. Though I think that's obviously part of it. Like, I think he knows he's got to do that.
Yeah.
Listen, he took being let go from WWE. He tried to come into AEW, didn't really happen. And he has just made a killing. Just made a killing on the indies. I think so. Figured it out. The event for content creator. I really know nothing about what Scott is talking. Wow. Sometimes I just miss things. And he's doing stuff with Impact right now, TNA right now. So he's all over the place. My God, good for him.
What happened? It's a world of free agency.
It's the Squared Circle Expo.
Oh,
that's where it was. Interesting. Seems like it's storyline. Yep. Although there's pre-photo ops purchased. I don't know. Seems storyline. Interesting. Cardona just all over the place now. Jesus. Thomas Given saying he was in there for a cup of coffee and 3 T-shirts in AEW, according to Matt himself in a few interviews. Yeah, I mean, they make sure, like, not anymore, but for a while there, AEW, if you came in when they were really living by that glorified T-shirt company remark, if you came in, you'd have like 6 shirts released under the AEW brand right away. It was smart. They weren't the best shirts, but
no, not at all. They're awful.
Yeah, they were just terrible. Do you? I always forget, Joe. Are you a gamer? I know you played when you were young. Cause there's that picture of you that you showed one time.
I am not.
I was wondering because I was playing the new South Park game and I was kind of let down. I wanted to see if anyone else played it. It wasn't good. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. And their first 2 games were great.
I haven't been a gamer in a long time. I think my last console was a PS3.
Yeah, I love it. But like I said, I say what South Park did. This is their third. They've done a bunch of games, but they've had 3 games like in the modern era: Stick of Truth, The Fractured Butthole, and now this one's Snow Day. And Stick of Truth and Fractured Butthole were great, both in terms of actually just really good games and nailing South Park humor. Just like they wrote an episode and put it in a game.
All right, so that's your takeaway tonight. Ryan's a fan of Fractured Butthole.
Yes, this one is just much slower, not as good, less of a game, not as funny.
You play on like PC, or what do you play on?
I play on PS5. I played that on PS5, but I have a PC too, obviously.
Are you in picture-in-picture, or are you beyond that now?
I'm in picture-in-picture still.
Okay.
I'm just sorry, I went quiet because
I wanted to make sure I was like somewhat within the realm of your time.
Yeah, Fightful Select put up like Alchem together. There's really not much there though.
Oh, about Cardona in this match?
Yeah, because it is random. Like it's very random.
Yeah,
He's now doing TNA stuff again.
So between the 2 of them, you're like, hey, you want to come and do a match?
Yeah. Like Pearson. I heard Helldivers was good. I've never played it. I heard it was very good. It's like supposed to be like Starship Troopers, but that style, like social commentary. It's got. I read some of the stuff, and I'm reading the stuff they put on Twitter about Cardona on it, and some of it just reads as like,
You never know with things
yeah,
like
so
that.
it reads as if it's a work. I could be wrong. I mean, it sucks if you cost people money. Well, I mean, they got refunds, but still, it sucks if
Mhm.
people paid and you even had to refund them because of work. I don't know. Hello, Lieutenant Colonel Photo. Oh shit, that's right. Super Card of Honor is this Friday.
It is this Friday.
It's crazy to me that Mania is next week.
I know. It's gonna be April pretty soon. I said you'll be a Super Card of Honor. I'll be listening to Jimmy Eat World and Fall Out Boy.
I like Jimmy Eat World. I do like Jimmy Eat World. I was Crimson and Clover.
Oh, wow.
Over and over. Oh, and there's other albums, but I can't think of them now. I've only got that in my head. But
I thought maybe you're just stuck in the middle.
no, that was my least favorite on that one.
Yeah, I understand.
I mean, what is it?
A Praise Chorus. I like that song. I think
That's
that's what
good.
you were
But the
saying.
first one they came out with, what is the first song? I'm gonna have to look it up.
Oh yeah, Monday is your holiday. It's Ryan Day.
Why is Monday my holiday? Oh, it's April Fool's Day. Yes.
There you go.
Lead American is a great song.
Hmm.
On the asphalt.
It released at a good time in my life. I was like in college, so it was classic college music.
I was in 8th grade. And I'm not, but the reason because just like college, it was actually a good time because 8th grade was when I was trying to get into like music.
Mhm.
Like you're breaking away from what, I had older sisters, so I was always influenced by their stuff. So around 7th, 8th grade is where I was like, screw you guys and Game in him, and I'm listening to my own stuff. So
Where are you at in the match here, Ryan?
almost had a pin.
Okay, so I'm a few seconds behind. Not bad. Thank YouTube streaming, or YouTube TV. Well, happy early birthday, First Lieutenant Colonel.
Happy early birthday. Lieutenant Colonel, maybe it was the first, and they said this is just too much of a joke. We got to move back to you.
Oh man, his birthday! We can celebrate that on our Dynamite post show.
Oh, we can get balloons.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Nigel.
Oh, Nigel.
Where are they having the magic show at for for Nigel?
Forget the name of the place. It's in Fishtown in Philly. It's like a small venue. It's actually a very cool venue.
That's cool. Well, the impaled Adam Copeland.
This is not a bad match, actually. Though.
No, I mean, in some instances, it could have been a main event.
Yeah. The Rickabone zone.
One of my favorite zones.
The only zone I want to live in. There's not a chance in hell Matt wins Lieutenant Colonel Photo. There's just not a chance in hell. I can tell you that right off the bat. He is No. Joe, hold on one sec. I'll be right back.
All right. Well, you'll have to bear with me because you're probably all ahead of me on this, but no, Mike Pearson. I don't think Cardona's going to win and get the graphic. I think he enjoyed making so much money doing his own thing. Let's see. Is he going to woo? Oh, he does woo. Ooh. So people in the chat, who's the next TNT feud with? Is it going to be someone? Is it Luchasaurus or Kill Switch, or is it someone else? Do we move on from the patriarchy? Long match. All right, Copeland, hurry up and hit a spear. I really wish Copeland could grow his hair out again. It looks weird to me. Like a half mullet. Ooh, Rough Rider. Oof. Will we get a clean finish? That's what I'm wondering. Ooh, Cardona trying to do a spear?
Do you think when you wrestle Matt Cardona, his tan comes off on you?
I mean, that's probably the least of my concerns. Ooh, there it is.
That's the match.
You're already just sweating on each other.
That's true, but I'm just saying. Well, no, it's not the least of your concerns because you're sweating on each other, but then you'll all of a sudden have all this brown all over you.
Nigel was wonderful on commentary. All the moves that Adam Copeland did, he stole from Christian. He stole Christian's spear.
Yeah.
I wonder who's going to be the next feud for Copeland. If he's going to go to pick someone in patriarchy, or if they're going to move on for that for a little bit.
I don't hope they move on from it.
Yeah, I don't know how long you do this, the Copeland.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Julia Hart?
This is an interesting one.
Malachi?
Yeah. Very interesting.
Yeah.
And
Copeland went from facing one faction to another faction now.
he just likes his factions. And I do like that they're not dropping this. It was like that would have just totally defeated the purpose of what happened in the tag tourney if you didn't have Briscoe at least come out and then get rocked.
Oh, yeah. It's gonna be a very odd tag team pairing.
Eddie Kingston.
Or trio pairing now.
There's only two of them. Where's their third?
Well, or somewhere, right?
There you go. They're gonna be out of the ring. I love how bored Eddie Kingston looks. I'm like, come on, where are you? Oh, look at that. They're shaking hands, and Mark Briscoe's losing his mind on the ropes. Isn't Mark? I was gonna say, isn't Mark Briscoe? He's facing Eddie Kingston for that title, but we're still dealing with honorable Eddie Kingston. I'm waiting for loses his belt, all his belts. Eddie Kingston. That's the Eddie Kingston we want.
When's he ever going to defend the Strong title?
When's Strong gonna have something?
Well, I guess we have like what? When did you see it, right?
Yeah, I guess is he there?
I think so.
Pulling it up. Yeah, but he's not in a championship match.
Oh, I don't know.
Why?
Why? What?
Why not have him in a championship match? I just don't get it. Now you have FTR.
I did oddly enjoy on Rampage the Zack Knight and Harley Cameron segment with Lexi, where Harley's acting all weird and sniffing like Lexi's hair, and then starts chewing on it. And
I love Harley Cameron. Told you, she's great. Someone has been watching the product. I'm like, no, they're each individual, and now Continental is being held by Okada. Yeah, no, Harley Cameron's great. She plays weird so well. She played annoying exceptionally well when she was with QTV, and now she plays weird very well.
I'd be weird wearing a shirt with my face on it.
Yeah, but then again, I haven't won the tag belts that many times.
True.
Oh, thing everyone cares about.
That was the weakest home invasion setup last night on Rampage. Like, they broke in, they barely did any damage to the house. They like dumped over a couple of things. They couldn't even break a prop TV. Like, at least break the TV.
So apparently Thomas Gibbons is saying that it'll be 11 years to the day of when Jay won the ROH belt. Well, there's something there. See, part of the problem is, I would say, like, Billy Gunn has a new wife, so you can't even have the joke of, like, the Gunn sons being, like, having their mom get mad at them. Like, stepmom, but, like, it's not the same. Like, had they broken into their parents' house and their mom's like, what are you doing? There's a whole humorous thing there.
Instead, their stepmom is stuck in the dryer.
Yeah.
You would think the Acclaimed would come out here with a little bit more edge instead of their usual shtick.
I don't get it at all. Part of the problem has absolutely something to do with them. Part of it has absolutely nothing to do with them, which is the booking of the tag. The trios division has been so atrocious that there's no story to enjoy.
Like Bowens is wearing his Tegan and Sarah shirt.
Say that again?
Oh, Bowens is wearing his Tegan and Sarah band shirt.
Oh, okay.
He loves himself from Tegan and Sarah. Where else would they live? Like, give me my house where I live.
My house where I don't live. Are they in Canada, SJ?
Yeah, London, Ontario.
I forgot. Okay, so that's why we won't see Switchblade tonight. But I, the collision not being on in Canada just blows my mind.
The dream match that we all wanted.
Yeah, I mean, I just
Switchblade. Daddy ass.
which daddy ass. I miss Juice. Sorry, there was a cardboard cutout of Juice in the
Yeah,
crowd.
I see that. How long are you supposed to be out for?
Honestly, I don't think anyone knows. I think they with back stuff, I don't think you ever take a chance to, you know. Juice is interfering. He's
Good.
coming back. I could be completely wrong, but that seems like what they're setting up.
Yeah, if you can do even that, that'd be great.
It's just like, oh, you stay in the back and we'll watch you and you'll watch us. And so there will be no interference.
Wink, wink.
It's like, well, there's a guy that no one's watching. Rollins should just be on his own at this point. I mean, Daddy Ass can't even wear the belt the right way. Yeah,
Good,
Mike, I
I'm
saw UConn was in the Final Four. Good for
Good,
them,
Mike.
I guess.
help my bracket.
They didn't do a bracket, so it doesn't help or hurt me in any way.
No.
My thing is, I know, like I said, she even tweeted about it. Kate's so done with this, and the best part is, Collision is her favorite show, and this segment is killing her.
Well, I mean, no more stage. You have this long segment.
Yeah.
When I was watching the Bang Bang Gang enter the house that Billy and his wife live in, I was wondering, why does everyone have a bat now? Everyone seems to have a bat.
Yeah, like, I get why I get Darby. I even got the Young Bucks using it when they were going against Sting, but other than that, that should have been it.
Like Jericho had Floyd.
I forgot about Floyd.
If I'm just breaking your house, like carry a crowbar, like like the Wet Bandits, or a sledgehammer, or anything else.
Yeah. By the way, I gotta laugh, Wags. Can none of these wrestlers afford security systems? That's a whole different
Fair
question.
question.
How will people? Now, is this going into commercial or going to a segment, or is someone popping up? Commercial. Okay. AEW abuses lights out so much that when they go dark for a second, I can't figure out what's going on.
I would like if, like, when they, before they break in the house, you get the like the ring camera view of them like coming up to the door, like knock
If you're gonna
knock,
do it, go all out.
and then you see like Daddy getting his alert from like son of a bitch.
I don't remember. There was definitely home invasion stuff in WWE as well. So there seems to
Cool.
be back to the
Nothing makes it more personal when you violate someone's private space.
yeah. I mean, it just but
I mean, WWE
well, okay.
had a whole pay-per-view called In Your House. Come on.
Also says they had the keys and the code. Well, yeah, it's their dad's house.
I would have
Did they
changed.
also turn on the TV?
Yeah. And who enters their house in the front door? I feel like most people enter their house through the garage or I don't know. Lots of holes in this. Oh yeah, Randy Orton Triple H had a home invasion.
Yeah.
He had before he came to AEW, Edge and Seth, right?
Yeah, because they actually like what was it? A an Easter egg in that was that Edge referenced calling FTR, but by their real names, because they're friends and they live down the street or something.
Hi, Pluggo. Thanks for coming in.
Ooh, oh, screw you, Legalos, plugger. Screw you, plugger. I think it's a good one. I haven't figured out Pluggalos and Pluggalettes was so good. I might go back. I know he's a creep, but people knew they were. I don't know. I might. We'll see. I haven't just determined whether that name is totally unusable.
It's true. Ryan had so much heat with people in the chat.
I'm the heel of the podcast, clearly.
Him and Pluggo and Jesse Ojai are going to start a faction against Ryan.
I think what the name of that faction will be.
It had to be something. I think I'm a good acronym.
That's what I'm blanking. Lugzog. Look at those belts. Top guys in the ring. Top guys with their hair before they come out. Listen, Pluggalo, I'm going with it. No, I can't just call you Pluggo. I have to call you something unique. There's rules, and I play by the rules.
Is Pluggo short for something?
Pluggalo.
No, it's short for Plug.
You leaving, Mike?
No, I think he just wants to. He likes to insert his name into random things.
Fair enough.
Knock Mike out. We had the Mike Word podcast. We had the he could do a mic drop.
He could do a mic drop.
That should be his hot take alert. It's like, oh, that's my hot take announcement. The mic drop segment.
And as Eric has free said, the infantry now.
I'm interested by the outcome of this match. Like you could shock the world and really have the infantry go on a run. But
I would be okay. I don't think you can have them beat FTR, but I would be okay with it.
I don't know if I want. I don't know if I can see Top Flight winning, like being in like the tag team final.
I could see them more than anyone, just because at least they've had the. So apparently, it was a gifted name to him because he used to be Wrestling Plug Inc. back in the day. Well, that's what he tells people. But really, he's a Pluggalo. He's a Juggalo. He's Pluggalo the Juggalo. He's got his Pluggalos and Pluggalettes.
Does he paint his face like you do?
No one paints their face like I do. I'm a world above.
It's more impressive the fact that you did it blind.
Yeah, I couldn't see a thing. It was bad. I am not the worst. I am just the best.
You should go for a bratwurst.
Bratwurst. You know, if Ophelia is saying she heard there's a more adult backstory, but what does she know? Um, I kind of hope the infantry one day are big enough that they can have their own like ridiculous entrance, and they come in out of a helicopter,
Ooh, that'd be great. Like,
or
held down.
Exactly, or if they do a special thing where they're like on a beach, they get to like come in by like the landing boat that the special forces use.
At least give them a Humvee or something, like a Hummer, like an old school.
Yeah, oh, you could always do that. Yeah, I mean, you could, or the Jeep, or any one of those things. Like, there's a whole. I mean, Muro's in the company, so you can't use tank. Besides, they're infantry; they're not tankers. I don't know. I just think they would deserve their own special. Well, I'm a big fan of their colors, of the orange and the black.
Taz is not.
Well, Taz is wrong.
Pretty sure Taz has orange and black locked down.
No, that would be the Flyers.
They pay royalties. Philadelphia, ECW.
Oh yeah, ECW saw Taz saw the Flyers colors and was like, "I gotta have those."
Tankers. That. Not wrong, Mike. I do like Trish Adora.
Trish Adora rules. Oh, she gets to come down from the helicopter too. She's not excluded from this.
No.
You guys are my best friends through thick and thin. We'll always be together just for a kind. But not that.
I was wondering why you were saying that until I saw the graphic pop up.
Yep. I was waiting. You know, no, Paramount owns South Park. Never mind. I thought Warner did for a second. I was like, they could get the song, but no, Paramount does. Really like that move by Cash. The Irish whip and the immediate shoulder to the stomach. Eric, we're people that know each other. That's what we are.
I've never even met Ryan, so he might not even exist outside of the square that's on my screen.
I don't. I'm an illusion. Don't peek behind the curtain.
You're welcome, SJ. Thank you for always sharing and letting people know about the Collidercast.
Yes, we really appreciate it, SJ. Thank you very much.
Ryan is
I am
AI.
AI.
He wishes he was Allen Iverson had that crossover.
Stop it so bad. It'd be so funny if I was AI, I was like the most advanced AI in the world, and no one knew it. I think Kate would be very confused. I think Kate'd be like, "I've seen you in person. How the hell are you an AI?" But I'd be like, "Robots."
Future.
Would never start one of those NPC TikTok things. God damn, I would rather shoot myself. You know what I'm talking about, Joe?
I don't. I just think I still think every time I see a suplex off the top rope, I don't know if I want to even like be the one giving that
No.
move out. I still don't want to fall back that far.
Yeah, I mean, well, I wouldn't want to take any wrestling move. Let's be fair.
I mean, there's got to be one you could take. Hip toss? You can do a hip toss.
Or a
Schoolboy?
I feel like I'm not flexible enough for that.
I have not yet started watching X-Men 97.
I did. I'm all 3 episodes in.
I don't know what happened to Captain there, Thomas. Captain had been MIA for a while.
You know, he's on the 7 Seas.
I thought he was on the 8th one.
Joe, that's a secret.
Oh.
Yeah, we're all we're in picture-in-picture, not commercials. Did you like X-Men as a kid, Joe?
I did. I think it's like, did they drop all the episodes at once, or is it every week?
Once a week.
Oh, well, I'll just wait now until they're all out and then binge it. But yeah, I loved the cartoon. I mean, that's one of the big reasons why I got hooked on it as a kid. Had all those action figures back then.
Oh yeah, they had a really good not Xbox, Sega game. Like, you know, with the scroller,
Yeah.
but they I really enjoyed their scroller. You had who did we have? Wolverine. You had all of them. What am I saying? I think everyone, but did you have Jubilee? I don't think Jubilee made it
What made what on?
in the game.
Oh,
No one likes liked Jubilee.
ooh, right back in commercial and you get a big ass chop.
Oh no, he's caught.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Wonder what Dash would look like if he tried to grow his hair out.
I don't know if he can at this point. Like, he is bald.
Oh.
That bridge up is always so impressive.
Oh, wow. I wouldn't mind if FTR ends up winning this match, like we expect them to should. Like, I wouldn't mind them to win with like a flash roll up or something.
Yeah, I mean, they're making Infantry look real good.
Mm-hmm.
They're definitely not looking like they don't belong, which is important after.
Nope.
Oh, here you go. I think this is it. I don't know though. Sean Dean's getting up. Oh, he just flat out kicked out. I really thought Sean Dean was gonna.
They would have thought maybe he would break it up. Ooh.
Oh, I think Carly's jewelry broke.
What's that?
I think Carly's chain broke.
Uh-oh. That's easy.
I don't know how you wrestle on a chain.
And what?
Like a chain.
Oh. I just hope it's like, gimmick and not a real one.
No, Carly Bravo doesn't wear a gimmick.
I don't know. I don't know why people in professional sports wear chains and earrings and all that stuff.
Exactly. I don't understand any of it.
And they get mad when they lose one or something falls out or
This is competitive.
so many near falls. Yeah.
There you go. Well, FTR with the win, but it was
Hell of a match. Yeah.
that was a lot of fun.
Wow.
So now we have the young. Ooh,
Are they calling it the Shatter Machine now instead of the big rig?
I think it's Shatter Machine. In. Yeah.
Huh.
It's the big Shatter. Or machine rigged.
Or Shatter Rig?
That was good.
It was. Eric Reed's finally appreciating FTR. If that's not the kiss of death for them in this tournament.
Yep, they're all done now. If they're appreciating it's ooh, it's a big boy.
He is a big boy.
He's a big boy.
It makes his wife look like a very small woman.
A lot of dancing. Oh man.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be Tough Light. You probably need to split these two up.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll be the catalyst. Maybe they can't get it done in Top Flight, and it causes a rift between them.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what you would think. Is what are they doing otherwise?
Right.
I mean, if you want them as a tag team, then you gotta give them, you gotta treat them right, and that was part of the problem. They just weren't. They were kind of thrown together as an afterthought and treated as an afterthought with the belts. This is Collision's live tonight, right?
It is. I think Danielson's supposed to be on it right tonight.
Yeah. Well, where was the CMLL stuff held?
I
The,
thought down in Mexico,
Yeah.
in the arena, Mexico, down at the arena. But yeah, they had to travel from Mexico to Canada.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, you got FDR. So, listen, if we want to talk about the New Deal, Thomas, we can. There's a lot going on there.
The big New Deal, FDR.
That's their finisher, the New Deal.
And walk quietly and carry a big stick.
Love it. That shit. Vincent is also one of the nicest human beings in the world. He actually has a fairly good relationship with the Wizards, and they know him pretty well, and he's a very nice individual.
Yeah, I just wish they would do something with the Righteous. But I like their pairing with Jake and Lance.
Yeah.
Franklin, Teddy, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. They're all Roosevelts in the end.
Yeah. National parks, big new deals, whatever.
Bull Moose Party, Rough Riders,
Polio, yeah.
the Great Depression.
They're great people from Massachusetts.
That's what I say. No such thing.
Wow. They're all people from Massachusetts are massholes to you.
Yeah, pretty much. Uh-oh. Cope's mad.
You call Mark Briscoe the chicken?
He's the chicken man, isn't he?
Okay, yeah.
Do you think he'll ever get front teeth?
It'd be funny if he wore them like outside wrestling, just at home, taking everyday life. But then for wrestling, he doesn't put them in.
Because hockey players do that.
Yeah, you can't have teeth now. I mean, it's part of his aesthetic.
No, but now he could. That's what I'm saying. But do you think he'll ever get like permanent replacements, or will he just go straight to dentures at some point?
Probably. Ooh, KOR. Who's he wrestling tonight?
JD Drake. I could see that. I know JD Drake from a.
Waz, I think he gets gold teeth when he turns heel. Use the whole grill. Kyle has very boring gear, but I'm here for it.
Well, that's kind of like, in a weird way, part of his aesthetic. Like he's one of those guys. Like, I'm just a wrestler.
Even though we know you don't like trunks, you're anti-trunk.
I do hate trunks. JD, get out of them. Give me the long boys or MMA style. That's what I demand.
More like the baggy pants, like the they're kind of like what the Brian Keith wears. You know, kind of like the wide leg.
I can deal with them. I can that they're much more hit or miss depending on who's wearing them and how stylistically they look. But I can go with that.
Yeah, I mean, for me, Tajiri when Tajiri wore him, that was the thing.
Yeah, Tajiri. I didn't mind Tajiri's. The trunks just really bother me.
Yeah, Collision's gonna be on late next weekend. We won't be on.
Yeah, just everyone who's. I'm assuming if you're watching now, you're one of the group that actually cares. We're not doing a watch along for a taped Collision post Mania, if Mania is even done at that point. No, I just don't have that in me.
Yeah, you have Final Four. You have WrestleMania. It's a bad weekend for Collision. I don't know why they just didn't find something else to do.
New Hampshire is not in Canada, Eric. I don't know why you're confused about that. Ooh,
No,
oh,
New Hampshire. New Hampshire. That's the state that 69 is Vermont, right?
I don't think I've ever heard that said before, and that's amazing.
That's how I remember where it's at.
Well, that was kind of a quick win for Kyle O'Reilly. Win by submission.
Getting more confident, more dominant.
You got Stand and Deliver next Saturday too. I can't wait for this to implode.
It's going to go one of two ways.
He's going to move. You know what it is? I have another prediction now. He's going to move up in the rankings to be up for Roddy's title.
Yeah, I think someone said that in the chat here.
They might have. Yeah, Wags building up to take the strap off of Roderick.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And Roderick's going to expect him to step aside.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not going to. I don't hate Canadians. I just blame Canada.
Oh, add Ophelia to the list of people you upset in the chat.
I mean, I upset her in the chat all the time. I don't care.
I know. I'm just creating a stable.
Anti-Ryans.
The best part would be if you're a member too of that.
Oh, I am. I'm the founder.
I'm not only a member, I'm the founder.
No one's more anti-me than me. See, now Mike Peterson tries to troll, and he's just not very good about it.
I don't know. I've never been to Philly. Hey, Chris Stink.
He's just so desperate for healing. He doesn't know how to heal. Mike, you need to heal before you heal.
Feels like it's been forever since we've seen Ricky Starks.
Yes, it does feel like that.
Oh. He needs to be challenging Copeland.
Yeah, I'd rather
Spear
that.
versus spear.
No idea if I'm on any of the select pre-shows. Rob hasn't done any of that yet. I'm as big as Cass. I just, oh, sorry, Big Bill. I'm as big as Big Bill.
I didn't realize you were that tall.
I am secretly. But when I walk around, you wouldn't know because I'm always squatting.
Well, I guess, with AI, it can make you as tall as you want.
Oh, see, now Ophelia's doing the Canadian thing of trying to appeal to our empathy and our sympathy, and I'm not going to allow that, Ophelia.
You're supposed to say sorry.
Sorry.
Can you do the top flight hand signal? See, I feel like you've done it when we've asked you to do the United Kingdom one.
Yeah, UE. United Kingdom, sorry, UK. United Empire. Sorry, UE. United Empire. And then top flight.
That's a dance. I don't know what that was. Yeah, it's nothing.
The dance, yeah. It was a.
It's like
It's like almost like this. Making my arms go way back.
Oh.
Like an old school dance.
Well, yeah. If we were coordinated enough, I could blow it and then pass it over to you and pass it back. And
it's too tough. The camera's just cutting all path in the arm. They're not gang signs, Ophelia. I could do them if you want, but
Ryan seems more like a mob guy than a gang guy.
I mean, I wouldn't be allowed in the mob. I'm not Italian. They're very Italian. I guess I could do the Irish mob.
Okay, I'm gonna leave that one alone.
What?
I don't want people coming after me.
I'm just saying, the Italian mob very famously doesn't want non-Italians. That's like their thing.
I wonder who's more tan, Big Bill or Zach Cardona, or
Matt Cardona. Matt Cardona, by far.
Big Bill looked pretty dark.
His looks, I don't want to say it's natural, but it's blended better, I think. Matt's was like, wrestling in jeans is more difficult, Eric, unless you're doing leg day. Because if you're just doing upper body, jeans don't really get in the way. I mean, it's still weird. They don't get in the way.
They look kind of like jeggings.
Yeah, I don't think they're jeans. I think they're like the jeans that Orange Cassidy wears. I will say, at least they have belt loops.
That's true.
You don't even get that on this. Make fun of Ricky Starks.
Ooh. How dare you? How dare you mock Ricky? And Ryan's gone. Yay! And there's much rejoicing. I still think Top Flight should have gone heel or something. They need to freshen up their character a little bit. I don't know, Wags. It looked, for a while there, he was wearing like fake looking Timberlands.
I'll have to go in another second. I'm pre-cooking stuff for Easter.
How tall, Big Bill? Last I knew he was 7 feet tall, so we couldn't teach that.
I wonder if you could teach that.
Teach height?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, but Ophelia, since you're Canadian, that's probably like metric system. But I don't know how to convert the feet into meters.
How many hockey sticks is it? I think he's billed at 7 feet. I don't think he's actually 7 feet.
So probably like 6'10", 6'8".
I feel like he's at basketball 7 foot.
So that's either 2 to 4 inches. That's at least 2 to 4 inches you're getting then.
Yeah.
That sounded wrong. I heard it when I said it, but
yeah, see, Canada tries to make fun of us, but they're weird too.
Yeah, they have 2 languages. I don't know, Brian. What do you tell people what do you bill your height as?
About 5'11".
Yeah. That your shoot height or that?
That's legitimately my height. If I'm trying to impress a girl, it's 6 feet.
Wow. You want to give yourself 1 inch? You should at least say like just 1.
No, I just say I'm 6 feet. It's in round number, but I'm like 5'11". And I say like it because the last, like, if I stand up straight, I'm 5'11". I rarely.
Bill is 6'10", huh? Yeah, that falls within the line of basketball height.
No, Sorry, Wonka commercial. Now I'm singing Willy Wonka songs.
What's that?
I'm now singing Willy Wonka songs because I saw a Wonka commercial.
I would hate to be 6'10", try to fly in an airplane.
If you're not like an elite level athlete that can afford it, no. All right, I'll be right back to check on what I'm doing.
Okay. Oh, my build height? Oh, I guess it'd be what? 6'4"-ish? I'm bigger than Takeshka. I know that, weight and height wise. So let's see. How have we been enjoying this match so far? I know we haven't really talked much about it, but been a lot of mocking one another in the match, and let's see what now. Starks and Big Bill have been kind of taking over. Big Bill the splash. More mocking. Dante. Sure, that works. Anyone have Easter plans for those who celebrate? I do not. I'll probably go see a movie or something. Oh, wow, that's weird. Ooh. Fun little Pele kick off the turnbuckle. Baseball all day. Yeah. Yep. It's a long season. Being a Cardinals fan, opening up with the Dodgers was not great. Ooh, French place for dinner. That sounds good. What are you having there? Is it ham? Is it something else? I saw the new Ghostbusters, Wags. Let me know what you think of it. I still like the last one better. I felt like this one is a little bit less Ghostbusty, but yeah, Wags, it's tough for the Cards. Ooh, Top Flight wins. Cards can't be worse than last year, right? Like I know they have a whole revamped pitching rotation, basically.
And I'm back.
Ooh, turkey and ham. That's a solid combo. We're talking about what
What
people have. Top Flight won.
Is Ricky really hurt or is he fake hurt?
I'm guessing fake,
Okay. Sorry.
but no.
Easter plans changed for the family, and I got asked if I could throw in a pre-made cake, like by pre-made, someone else did it, and just monitor the baking process. Like, as long as all I have to do is check the oven, we're good. Okay. That Christopher Daniels makes more sense for Rampage.
Is there another show in London, Ontario? Or are they recording tonight?
That I don't know.
I wonder if they're doing a Rampage recording tonight.
We might. Ophelia, someone, my mom and my sister, I don't actually know which one made it, but they don't have the oven space. So I was asked to monitor.
You have a big oven?
Just an oven. Like they're doing something else. So
Right.
It was unexpected. But that's why I keep running off at random times and coming back because I'm paranoid.
You should just do the stream from the kitchen.
I like cooking, and I'm a half decent cook. Do not like baking.
I'm probably better at baking than I am cooking.
Aunt was the same way. Aunt liked baking because it was very much like, here are your directions, follow these precisely.
Yes. I'm not
Which
confident enough in my ability of cooking of like, oh, this should use a little of this or this should use a little of that. Like there's a lot more gray area in cooking.
My thing is, I agree with that, except with cooking, there's a lot more leeway if you make a mistake.
By
You
what?
know?
Just like adding an ingredient to help cover something.
Yeah, exactly. If you over add something, you can counteract it with something else. You can, or if you undercook it, you can always throw it back in, and it doesn't ruin the whole
Do you
thing.
cook
Which with
by
baking,
recipe or do you cook by like just flavor and taste?
a little bit of both. I start everything by recipe, and then as I get comfortable in that field, I'll switch to flavor and taste. I'll switch to like, I know I liked this, I liked that. So that's why it's really has to do with my own nervousness of failing a baking thing. Mike, you will never give me a stone cold stunner. I will give you a tombstone so quick.
Why are you gonna give me a stunner? I feel like that came out of nowhere.
Well, that's what a stunner does, but he thinks he can take
I
me.
said
He
RKO.
can't.
RKO come out of nowhere.
So a stunner comes out of nowhere too, though.
Usually they flip you off first or turn you around.
Yeah, so I gotta comment on this because it's just really funny to me. And Big G's right. Baking is more trial and error. And I just said, but you can't like in baking, if you fuck it up, it's all bad. Mostly. Like there's
That's true.
whereas like cooking, it's still salvageable. My God, Thunder Rosa's walkout stuff. So you know how Jade was on SmackDown last night?
Yep.
So there's 2 pictures floating around, and one of them I think is awesome, and one of them just cracks me up because I think it's the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. The one I think is awesome is with the 3 of them like they're not looking at camera, but they're facing camera, and WrestleMania's behind them.
Mhm.
I'm like, okay, that's a cool picture, whatever, because they're looking at 3. The one I think is so stupid, I don't care what anyone tells me, is all 3 of them pointing to the sign. I'm like, this is just so dumb. Like, it just looks so stupid. And it's not just them. I think that's what I don't like the sign point. I think the sign point is one of the dumbest things in wrestling. But that's just me. I love Lady Frost. She's so
I do as well. I'm glad she's just on here every now and then.
What'd you say?
I said I do as well. I'm glad that they use her every now and then on
Yeah.
Dynamite and Collision.
Yeah, Wags brings up it might be that the point is so overdone, which is probably why I hate it now. Like the 3 of them, no offense. Why are the 3 of them pointing to the WrestleMania sign? They're not in a main event. They're going to be in a
six-person tag.
Yeah. So like that's cool and all, but it's not point.
That's what we're doing with our women's tag team champions. We're going to throw them in a six-person tag.
Yep. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's loaded with talent, but it's just
also all for the fact that like Jay can pin Dakota. Basically, like, probably what happened.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. It just looks like I said. Overdone is it, and they do it for things like that match doesn't deserve it. You have this cool, but the picture for them is because the behind them like that looks cool. Pointy just, I don't know. I get weird about certain things.
Yes, the year the sign kept lighting on fire.
That was hilarious.
So you like
I don't know who it was. Real quick, Ophelia, 100% the woman tags title should be defended. It's a sin.
Yep.
It's not like you have a title that should be defended on the show, and they are too talented to not. And I think it should have been Trinity. It should have been
Naomi,
Trinity and Bianca. But I get wanting to get Jade involved, but it just doesn't fit for me.
It's too nice for WrestleMania, the biggest show of the year. Like you can't. All the titles should be defended.
Yes, it's the one show where, like, without question, every single title should be defended. There was I don't know who it was. I saw it on Twitter, so it's not someone I follow, but someone like put out a picture of what like their view looked like from like box suite they had when Raw was in Chicago, and just they couldn't see anything. It's the Mania sign. I'm like, yeah.
I always wonder about that because like where that sign plays, like if people are sitting behind it, that would be horrible.
Yeah. Wonder if they warn you.
Yeah, I'm sure they have like the obstructive view ticket.
Yeah, Wax saying I think it's 2 days. Every title should be defended.
Ooh. Solid chop by Lady Frost.
Yeah. I could do all those gymnastics. I just choose not to.
I can do a somersault.
Can you really?
Yeah, somersault. Yeah, not cartwheel.
No, I can't. I can't at this point. Though I will say, it's half embarrassing, so it's not like it's me complimenting myself. My nephew and I were fooling around, and he was running in the backyard. And I'm chasing him because he threw something at me or something, and something like got caught under my leg. So I went down, but I I purposely I rolled and survived it, and like landed back on my feet.
You basically do like
Couldn't
a
try this. Yeah.
you basically do like a 3/4 roll they do in wrestling, like when it's like you
Yes.
roll over and pop up.
100% did that exact thing. Could not do that again if I tried. Like when I was going down, I purposely landed a certain way just to not break my arms, but by no means did I expect to. I thought I was just rolling onto my back. I did a 3/4. It was hilarious. My nephew just looked at me like, "What the hell just happened?" I'm like, "I have no idea."
Now Mike is threatening violence against me.
Mike's gonna do nothing.
If it's gonna be, if you're gonna give me an RKO, at least have the respect to call it the RK Joe.
Joe.
That'd probably be the tag
I
team
see.
of Randy Orton and Samoa Joe as well.
Looks like you got protection, Joe.
What's protection? Like I don't have a gun.
No, Ophelia says she protects you.
Oh, okay. Hey, it's the tiny feisty ones that you have to watch out for.
That's just not true at all.
The tiny and feisty one, the tiny ones, like
You just put your hand on their head, and then they can't do anything.
oh, they're quick, they're shifty.
You just put your hand on their head, and they can't get to you.
Oh, it's tiny and Irish. All right.
I mean, I'm
She a
hefty and Irish, but I'm just telling you.
Is Ophelia a leprechaun? I'm picturing like a Scrappy Doo, but like a leprechaun version of Scrappy Doo.
Bryan Danielson is not that tiny. He just is in a world of giants.
He's like 6 foot, right? 6'1"?
Yeah, like he's not a small guy.
How tall am I?
5'10". Not like a small dude. I mean, it's not
No.
like big, but you're not small. And they're always after her Lucky Charms. And that's the big irony of wrestling. Like Jericho's 5'10". Like these guys get labeled as small, and you're like, if you think about them in like versus like real life people. But that's shifted over years now. Now it's like
We're talking about height in wrestling?
yeah, like it used to be like, you know, in the 80s and 90s, you'd have all 6'7" giant men. Now it's more reasonable.
Well, yeah, back when like you had to be 6'3", at least 6'3", and 250 pounds of big muscle.
Yeah, you couldn't really move. You couldn't do it. Now it's like,
Yeah.
okay.
We came into more of a hybrid style now, where like you have the luchador influence, you have the Japanese influence.
I also think UFC changed things because people saw real fighter. I hate to say it, saw real fighters, and heavyweight in UFC is 225.
Mm-hmm.
Like light heavyweight, John Jones is 205, and he's considered a big boy. Like you're not hawking these.
Right.
Because you
Ooh.
just don't move the same when you're that big.
Lady Frost's little like scorpion kick there.
Her moves look so cool.
I can't imagine trying to take my leg and like kick someone, like throw it behind me and kick someone in the head. .6'5" meat mountain. That sounds like Ryan's ideal date.
How dare you? It was shorter. I don't discriminate.
Okay. Backstabber.
And Thunder Rosa wins a very competitive match.
I'm not in love with the finisher, like her little like double arm power bomb, like the double hook power bomb thing she does.
Yeah.
It seems like it takes a long time to get set up, and just I don't know.
Yeah. She must go. I think she's starting to go to the Dan House in school of face paint where it doesn't come off during the match now.
That's impressive. The face paint doesn't come off, plus the jewel doesn't come off. I mean, the dude lost his chain in the match, and Thunder doesn't lose a jewel.
That's impressive.
Oh, Renee's here.
Tony Storm.
All right, listening to Tony's promo here.
I can't help it. It's just so good. Luther knows what's going on.
What's that?
Luther, I think, understands that Mariah did not intend to save Tony in that.
Yeah, I like Luther's facial expressions in the background.
I see myself in you, and I love myself. That's such a great line.
I think the Mariah May free agent pickup might be like one of the more like understated pickups they've gotten.
Oh, 100%. She's young, so talented,
to come in right away and like into that role
and just nailing it. It'd be like signing a young me. No comment.
What's that? I was reading Big G's comment, so I'm thinking that mulling that
Can't
over.
love yourself who you love. Cooking up. That's a good point.
I'm sorry. What did you say though?
I don't even remember. I was making a stupid joke.
I can love Mariah May. I think Copeland is a fun name. You can't call him like the chicken, the king, and it has to be something else. Could they all sound like pieces from a Monopoly board? Like the chicken, the king.
Well, it's King Chicken.
As opposed to Robot Chicken.
King Chicken Land.
Ooh. Copeland, okay, gotcha.
Got there. I got there.
Osprey Danielson. If that doesn't make your nipples hard, I don't know.
Where's Daddy Magic? One of the bands was some oh, look at all this footage of young wrestlers wrestling. They're just doing Osprey Danielson type behind the scenes stuff. It's cool. I dig it.
Yeah, because it's Danielson pack videos. They're not.
Yeah, so I mean, like this is Osprey's Danielson video. I guess you
Yeah.
call it, however you want to say it.
Crazy how different he looked when he was so much younger. Like, even 6 years ago.
Yeah.
7 years ago. Like,
He put on so much muscle and it's
Mhm.
really has done wonders for him. Though, like Swerve, maybe not to the extreme. Swerve did the same thing. Swerve was a
Yeah.
stick at some point in his career. Now he's not. And it elevates you from being.
Well, to me, and without like sounding horribly disrespectful, it looks like he looks like every other independent wrestler.
Yes.
And then you transform yourself and become this mega star.
No,
In addition to what you're able to do in the ring.
It's the truth.
That's why I think I'm hoping Nick Wayne can put on some.
Yeah. Now, of course, age plays a factor. As Osprey got older, it was a little easier for him to put on that bulk. When you're young, you're still. Now I have an advertisement for a cartoon. Royal Crackers.
Royal Crackers. Never watched it.
Never heard of it. Interesting. Interesting. Still in commercials. These damn television commercials.
What accent was that?
It was trying to do trying to do two accents deep. It was supposed to be Frau from Austin Powers doing a leprechaun.
Okay.
So I was trying to go too deep and I didn't pull it off.
He's on the cereal commercial.
Yeah, see, like, because hers isn't Irish. He can't do shit.
Right.
He's not Irish, so you're not doing an Irish accent. You're doing someone trying an Irish accent, and it's just not.
Maybe I should have some Lucky Charms after this tonight.
You have Lucky Charms?
I do.
I feel like, along with your ridiculous shoe collection, you have a ridiculous cereal collection. Not collection, just cabinet.
I don't want to break kayfabe, but I don't eat that much cereal or have that much cereal.
It's tough. I mean, listen,
I do it for
cereal.
the reviews and for everything else, but I can't eat that much cereal by myself.
But even if you eat it every day, you're not eating that much of it. What would you be eating? One bowl? Like, you're not talking.
Yeah, like one, sometimes maybe two if I'm really hungry, but no more than that. So yeah, not a lot of cereal. The shoe thing, though, yes, I have a lot of shoes.
Yes, you do.
I do. If anyone
I can
guesses
attest
it
to
right
that.
in the chat, I'd be amazed.
Guys, guess how many shoes Joe has? It's more than 2.
I'm not even gonna count. I'm not even counting like boots and dress shoes and sandals. I'm talking like tennis shoes or sneakers, whatever you want to call them.
Wag's asking if we think All In will be their biggest. I mean, I think if you're doing a stadium show, it has to be.
Yeah.
Until you do a second stadium show, one, it has the brand name of like their first thing,
Mhm.
but 2, it's a stadium. So unless All Out gets a stadium, it should be their mania. The
Yeah.
biggest
I'm,
show,
I'm,
biggest
I'm good with
audience.
that. I think they'll rotate locations between London and the U.S. and who knows, Mexico maybe.
Mexico.
Let the BCC with Shibata.
Yeah. Is he part of it now?
I don't think so. I think he's just a fill-in.
I mean, I'll take it. He fits it. He fits it very well, actually.
He could be an honorary member.
I mean, he should just be a member at this point.
Oh, look at Tony Schiavone dropped in we're the best wrestle. I see what you did there, Tony.
He was probably going to. That was a whatchamacallit. Didn't Tony Khan tweet that?
Yeah, that's the thing that like some people got their pants in a bunch over. Yeah, you're gonna tout that you have the best roster.
Yeah, like is everybody so beat up about it? Of course he's gonna.
Yeah, I mean, you could arguably say it's the best.
I mean, I think clearly MLW is the place, but actually MLW does fine. I don't know why. I just chose a random.
WrestleLicious.
Could have went with WrestleLicious.
I don't think Lance Archer and the Righteous are going to win.
No, sadly, I agree. But at least they get on the show.
Lance Archer did a lot of pyro.
He's Lance Archer.
You wouldn't think he would get a lot of pyro because of that, though.
Yeah, you wouldn't, but everybody dies.
I like his song. I've always liked his theme.
Oh yeah, I like Lance Archer.
I do too.
Unfortunately for him, he is stuck in a position of like, you're not going to win it.
I also like Righteous.
Yeah, the Righteous are awesome.
Does Duck have more than 3 moves in his arsenal, though? I feel like I don't see him do very many different moves.
You're right. He doesn't.
He has a Bossman Slam. He does his tongue thing.
I'm thinking. That's why I'm quiet because I'm trying to think if there's. Yeah, you're right. I mean, he's still good, but you're right. I don't think there's.
I've just never seen him like do very much. Like his in-ring work is pretty limited as far as moveset. Character-wise, I love it, but
Yeah, no, you're dead on.
We'll count the moves in this match. They hang out with Vincent.
Yeah, Vince. Like I said, I apparently just a lovely man.
Yeah. I wonder what people think when he's like waiting to like end like the pickup line to pick up a kid from school or something, and people just see like the dreaded tattooed guy.
Comes out snapping. I mean, Mike Peterson touch is surprisingly agile. We're just trying to think, does he have like? I mean, he has other moves, but like,
yeah, he just doesn't use them a lot. Doesn't use a lot of moves in this version of the Righteous. I do like them using like continue to build off of Shibata's momentum.
Yes, 100%. And he needs a win, so it's nice to.
Mm-hmm. Lance Archer is very agile for being a big man.
Yeah. Just don't know what he's doing.
What's that?
Sorry, Shibata was just doing something. I didn't know what it was. But now you have Claudio versus Dutch. Dutch calling out Claudio.
Hey, Brendan, I agree with you, Brendan. I think Shibata would be much. I would swap out Yuta for Shibata in a heartbeat.
It's different though, because Shibata, Yuta's is supposed to be like the young boy.
Right.
Shibata is nobody's young. But you could just add Shibata in.
True.
I mean, there's absolutely nothing that says you can't have. You're limited on how many guys are stable, especially with the way people get hurt or are going around the world. Why not have it?
Yeah, makes sense. Shoulder block. That one. Headlock.
Claudio is so deceptively big. Like, he's big. That's not to say, but like you forget until you see him stand up against someone like Archer or Dutch. You're like, oh yeah, you're a big boy. And now the biggest one of them all. Danielson.
We did talk about his travel. I don't know if you heard them. They were talking about his traveling from Mexico up here.
No, I didn't. What did they say?
They were just putting over like, how he must be jet lagged wrestling from there last night to get up here at whatever time it was.
Yeah, that is literally insane. To be like, here, hop off of the.
Oh yeah, he's like, this is my last full-time run. I'm gonna go all out.
No, I agree. I get it, but like, still, it's like, holy crap. Match though, hard hitting.
Yeah, the time zone might not be an issue. It's more all the flights and going through airports and all that other stuff would be taxing on me.
Do you think he flew private?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think he probably just like, no. It seemed like a first class.
I don't think. Yeah, I mean, I don't think normally he does, but I'm just wondering if for this event you're like, you know what,
Hey Tony, can I use a jet? I
Tony might let him.
mean, Tony might have went with him.
To be quite honest, that's not a
They have local
unlikely
guy down there,
scenario.
right? So
Yeah, I mean, it's your guys, and you love it, so that's not an unlikely scenario.
yeah, want to have this relationship with them, with the CMLL.
Yeah, because it'd still be a lot of travel, but private would make it a little bit more manageable, so to say. Apparently, there are a lot of direct flights from Mexico to Toronto. Okay, then maybe not. Well, then, yeah, all right, then, yeah, if there's direct flight, then maybe not.
Take a red eye to sleep.
It's amazing where they're like. Hi, Kylie. It has been a fun show. I love Collision. I think Collision
Well,
is,
yeah,
but it's amazing where like you can get direct flights from, and then other places you can't get direct flights from. Like, I think it'd probably be easier to go from Mexico to Toronto than it would be for me in New Jersey to you in Nebraska.
well, yeah. You can fly out of Philadelphia, right? I mean, Philly has a
Yeah.
direct flight.
But I mean, there is, but there's not like the options are actually far more limited than you think.
Mhm.
There's a lot of like stopovers. I'm like, why are we stopping over? It's not that far away.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, I probably end up freaking having to go like Utah, Salt Lake City, and then go over to Toronto.
Yeah. I'm not a big no, I meant from me in Philly to you in Nebraska.
Oh,
Like the flight from like that's what I'm saying. Like
yeah,
you guys
you
are
have
in
to
such
lay
an area.
over like Chicago or Atlanta or Minneapolis.
It cracks me up when you're not, really not that far, but they're so Toronto's the biggest hub in Canada for flights. So it's like the 60th size hub for America in flights.
Okay.
Waiting for affiliate to respond to that one. Just take my digs at Canada anytime I can.
So rude.
I'm a rude guy. I'm a rude dude with attitude.
Yeah, it's
Even
a
though
crime
Michelangelo is my
in
favorite
Canada
turtle.
gets collision every week.
It's insane. My Toronto isn't as big as Chicago. Let's be fair here. You're not adjusting for Canadian. It's like when you send dollars up, you have to adjust for the exchange rate.
Yes, I found no direct flight from Philadelphia to Omaha.
That's what I was saying.
You go either through Denver or Minneapolis, Atlanta, Chicago, Charlotte, Dallas,
Yeah.
Detroit.
Like that's nuts. It's a 2.5 hour flight max. Philly has just not responded to my
You offend her, apparently.
apparently.
No,
Wags has a question for you.
Omaha is the biggest city in Nebraska.
Omaha.
Omaha.
See if I can. Not that I'm flying out to Omaha.
We have about 500,000 people in Omaha proper.
What?
500,000.
Oh, I thought you said 5,000. I was like, wait, what?
No, 500,000 in like the Omaha proper. Probably like the metro area around Omaha were probably, I don't know, 750.
A nice move by the righteous. I feel I don't understand how you're disappointed. I've never been anything but what I am.
A disappointment?
Well, you may be disappointed if this is who you are.
Yeah.
My expectations are what my expectations are.
You're saying because the bar is so low for you that people shouldn't be disappointed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I found a couple direct flights to Omaha. Again, I'm not
Well,
even going. I don't know why I'm looking this up, but
oh, yeah. Come for the College World Series. And there's you, apparently.
apparently. Yeah, so Toronto is technically slightly bigger than Chicago.
Huh.
But it is far and away the largest city in Canada, and it's not. Wouldn't come close to the United States. Well, would come close. It'd be like third, but
Mhm.
then there's like,
But yeah, Scott George, Omaha and proper can have Vince. Omaha proper can have Warren Buffett. Ooh,
yeah,
hot
like
tag.
you start, you gotta like Montreal's closer to like Philly size, and Philly's like the sixth or seventh market, fifth through seventh market in the United States. So like,
Even Claudio gets a meat chant.
he's a meaty boy. See, this is what I'm saying. He's a meat man. No one understands. No, he doesn't get enough appreciation for that. I'm glad he's getting the chance.
He's just a lean beef. Like, he's very lean. So he's not like
He is lean.
there's 93% lean, 90% lean, 85%.
He's 99.
Oh, yeah.
See, I feel like it doesn't make sense that you're disappointed this is who I am. You can't be. This is just who I disappointed means I haven't met your expectations. Why you expect me to be better? That's on you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What are you getting at down the Giants?
If you can't love Ryan at his worst, you can't love him at his best.
Especially because the second one just doesn't happen.
No. It was teamwork.
Who lives where? Who lives in Helm, Michigan? Vince who?
Oh, you're talking about Vince. That Vince.
Vince who?
The one that we shall not name.
He doesn't live in Connecticut anymore?
Oh, I'm sure he does. I think I thought Ryan was
okay.
making a joke.
Oh, I'm so confused. What again for not paying attention?
You're still hung up on being disappointing Ophelia.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. And describing what kind of beef Claudio
is.
There's no way Archer taps.
No.
I see Dutch moving.
I feel like Shibata should get the win. Like you said.
Yeah.
Motor City Machine Guns. I'm interested to see where they pop up.
Yeah, me too, actually. I don't know where. They have options, but they might just do indie runs.
I went for a while.
Yeah.
Mike Pearson is slandering you, by the way.
I ignore him until he can prove that he's an actual heel. which right now he's just not. And Mags, I get what you did now. I wasn't paying attention at the time. I was focusing on the match, disappointing Ophelia, and what cut of beef Claudio is. I had 3 things going through my head at once.
It would be bad to tell people that where you're from. I'm from hell.
I'm from hell.
That's where the shit build came from, you know?
Yeah.
Hell, Michigan, or Hell's Kitchen, or something, you know?
Yeah. You're right.
If Undertaker's from Death Valley. There's a worm. We have a Worms, Nebraska.
Ooh, worms.
Mm-hmm. We got worms. Bada going to town. Whooping that ass of Vincent.
Honestly.
Pandemonium breaking out in the rain.
Shivai's got now Archer. Lance Archer's looking from the outside, so he's ready to strike. Yep. Okay, that was cool. Oh, they gave Shibata the pin like he wanted. All right, Joe, while they celebrate, where can people find you?
Sure. Thanks everyone for watching and joining us on Saturday night, like always. You can find me on social media at _Asian Joe. And if you do want to read about some of my serial reviews, like we mentioned earlier, I have a link to that blog in my bio on my social media. So check it out if you want to.
All right, and you can find me on all our socials at Mark Order Pod. Every Wednesday we are live at 10:15, covering all things All Elite. This Wednesday we know for a fact Kate won't be there. She's already put that out in the universe, so sorry if you're looking for her. Otherwise, it'll just be Joe and I hanging out, having a good time. We're here every Saturday, except for next Saturday. Please remember, we are not coming on at 11:30. Hell no. Other than that, you can find me again, Mark Order Pod, and then you can follow my history blog here for history.com or at _here for history on Twitter. All right, we're waiting. We're just making sure nothing else happens, but it's been a fun episode. I want to thank those in the chat: Big G, Thomas Givens, Brendan Haney, Wags, Mike Peterson, Scott George, SJ, Ophelia, Kylie, Eric Freeds. I think I'm getting everyone. I think that's. If I missed you, I apologize. 1LT Colonel Photo. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I really appreciate everyone hanging out with us. I enjoy doing this. It's a fun way to watch Collision. You can collide. So we will see you guys in 2 Saturdays, because again, not a chance in hell.
Nope.
So let me turn the music up. I'm not gonna have an edit repeat of last week. Yes.
This concludes the Mark Order podcast. We now return you to your regularly scheduled programming. Join the Mark Order.